Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Bailey Braun, and right now we're going to be talking about an earthquake that happened near Unalaska, and we're also going to be talking about our forecast for this week. So if you are in the Aleutian Islands, it's important to know that with this earthquake, it happened around 3 p.m. and the distance between Unalaska and Dutch Harbor has varied from source to source, but it is very, very close to Unalaska and Dutch Harbor. So it's about 55 feet deep and it's a 5.4 magnitude earthquake. Now, the good news is that there have been no tsunami warnings or watches issued for this, but it did happen, so it's important to know that, a magnitude 5.4 earthquake happened near you. So if any of that changes, we'll be sure to update you, but I don't think it will since this happened quite a few hours ago, but that was earlier this afternoon. So that is your earthquake update for those of you in the Aleutian Islands. So we'll just kind of jump right into what our forecast looks like for this week. But first of all, I wanted to mention that with July coming to an end, we've had temperatures around normal for most of the month. We've been a little bit below average for precipitation, but our warmest temperature that we've seen has been 71 degrees compared to 77 back in 2024. So that's kind of the stats that we have for what this month has looked like. We've had a couple of rainy days and pretty much normal days with rain. So not quite what 2024 looks like, but still we're up there. We're about normal. So still have a few days left of that. So we'll see what happens with that. But with our weather headlines, our photo is from Warren. Warren took this picture in Fishhook, and I think it's beautiful, but that's why I picked it. So with our headlines, we do have sunshine starting off our week this week, but for those of you in the interior, there is a trough over you, and that's going to be bringing in some cloudy skies and some slightly cooler temperatures going into Tuesday, but not tomorrow. It's still going to be warm tomorrow. So you're going to continue to feel the heat as we approach Monday. Now, with our temperature outlook, we're expected to see continued warmth the next couple of days, especially for tomorrow. So far, we've been just a couple of degrees cooler than what we saw yesterday, but we stayed really, really close to that same temperature. So in the Fairbanks area, you're seeing just a slightly warmer rise in temperature at 2 degrees warmer, and even in southeast Alaska, we're seeing warmer temperatures up to 8 degrees warmer, and even St. George is seeing 5 degrees warmer for temperatures. So it's still staying relatively close to those temperatures we saw yesterday. This weekend has been pretty repetitive of itself. Saturday and even today, we've seen temperatures and sky conditions pretty much the same. So it's been kind of nice, a nice summery close to your July weekend. So not too bad, but looking ahead, we're going to see some scattered showers in the interior, and this comes from that trough that I had mentioned, an area of low pressure sitting over the interior, and that's bringing in this frontal boundary, this cold front. That's what's bringing in some cloud cover and scattered showers as well. So you could see a couple hundredths of an inch going into Monday and even for Tuesday, so those will start to collect. But of course, we're not done with fire danger yet, so just be aware of any scattered showers that might occur that bring lightning. So it's still going to stay warm in your area, but you will have some scattered showers coming in for Monday and Tuesday. But over in western Alaska, you have a high pressure system, and the Aleutian Islands and the Alaska Peninsula hasn't really seen too much of those effects. Slightly warmer temperatures, and Dillingham especially has seen those warmer temperatures, but it's not really reflected in those sky conditions that you've been facing lately. So we're going to continue to monitor that and see what this week is going to look like, but with that low pressure system that's just north of the slope, you're going to see temperatures cool down just a little bit. You can kind of see where that frontal boundary pushes into the interior with all of that blue. That's just slightly cooler temperatures. So rather than being in the 70s and even 80s for the interior, you're going to drop down into the mid 60s for Tuesday. But tomorrow, you're still going to stay in the 70s, so it'll still stay warm. Looking at our live cameras, all across the state, mostly sunny conditions. Ketchikan was much sunnier earlier, but now this camera's making me look bad. But clouds are starting to roll in as the afternoon approaches, and that's usually what happens in the summertime for most areas. As that heat starts to come in, it bakes the ground, and as the ground warms up, it lifts all the air up, and that's when you get cloudier skies and scattered showers as well. So there's a nice little weather tidbit for you. So Fairbanks, Palmer, Anchorage, we're seeing a lot of sunny skies, and most of the areas in Alaska are seeing those sunnier skies as well. So looking ahead into tomorrow for your forecast, southeast Alaska, you're going to continue to see mostly sunny skies. Temperatures are going to be in the 70s, mid 70s actually for Juneau, so that's pretty nice. Nice warm temperatures to close out your July. For the interior, we're seeing temperatures still at 70 and even into the mid and to high 70s, but you will have some of those cloud conditions. Moving in, you're going to see some slightly overcast skies in areas like Healy, but mostly for the afternoon. So if you don't see any clouds in the morning, or if you only see a little bit, it's really going to pick up towards the afternoon and going into Tuesday especially. With the north slope, like I said, you have that low pressure system just north of you, so that's going to be bringing in some cloud cover and some rain as well, but temperatures are staying relatively normal, maybe even just slightly cooler than normal. Western Alaska, look at all that cloud cover. You're about to have a lot of cloud cover for you. You're seeing some scattered showers as well, and even some areas seeing pretty windy conditions like Gamble and Unalakleet. You're seeing those gustier winds. So it's going to be a little bit windier in some areas, but those clouds are really going to start to move in and bring you some showers. Aleutians, you're seeing mostly sunny to partly sunny skies. Cold Bay, you're going to see some afternoon showers, particularly. And Dillingham, you're seeing those warmer temperatures at 70. Now, as we move into South Central, we're seeing very similar conditions throughout the entire South Central region. Kenai Peninsula will start with you, with temperatures in the high 60s to low 70s. You're seeing mostly sunny to partly sunny skies, but lots of sunshine still. But Seward is really windy tomorrow, so just be aware of that. Wind could pick up to 25 miles an hour. But up in the Copper River Basin, we're seeing warmer temperatures at 70 and sunnier conditions than what some areas would see. Matsu, you're still seeing sunny skies, but still partly sunny, so you're going to have those clouds starting to roll in, but it's still staying pretty warm. So your Monday's looking pretty nice, if I do say so myself. And in Anchorage, we're seeing those temperatures in the low 70s at 71. That's what our forecasted high is tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, and it's going to continue to stay warm, but as we progress through the week, we will have some more showers rolling in, but you know, there's still a few days left of July, so we'll pick up in those 70-degree and warmer temperatures for that July stat that I had up earlier. So if you're just catching the end of this, the earthquake update, nothing to worry about. 5.4 magnitude over in Alaska. Yeah, there's no tsunami warning, no tsunami watch, but it's good to know that those kind of things happen, especially since it's been such an active area over in the Aleutians lately. So it's important to monitor those, and it's always important to know when those happen. But yeah, I hope that everybody who's watching has had a great weekend, and if you have any suggestions for things that you would like the weather department to start showing or implementing, just feel free to comment or just contact us, and we would love to we'd love to do what you are interested in seeing. So with that, I will leave you with a beautiful view of Ketchikan with those cloudier skies starting to roll in for the afternoon, but still lots of sunshine. So hope you had a great weekend and you have a great Monday tomorrow.